Are you ready to continue with the flashback?
Yes.
Flash away.
You look on as what's his name? Yunogu, just straight up. Yep, straight up. Yunogu is terrorizing your party, attacking everyone, being an asshole. Grethlok, he's
Well,
right there.
I do not take kindly to being terrorized. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter. Defiant, do you have Bardic Inspiration active?
I just used it. That's
Okay.
what the roll d10 was.
Okay, well, you have it again.
Woohoo!
And I really don't like being next to Yunogu, so greater invisibility on myself.
That's the thing, all right.
Then it's time to move somewhere that's not next to Yunogu.
You still get opportunity attacked.
But he has disadvantage, right?
Oh, he's got true sight.
Pooh.
I was going to say there's when you start backing away, he looks at you and you're like, oh shit, he can actually see me. So if you want to take that move back, otherwise he will opportunity attack you.
No, I'll just take the opportunity attack.
Schmickety schmack. Flail attack.
I cover my eyes, so if I can't see him, he can't see me.
Does a 25 hit you?
Yes.
So you take 20 bludgeoning damage. And roll a d6 for me. Alright, you will take an extra 2d12 bludgeoning damage.
That's cruel, making him roll for his own damage.
Well, no, I rolled the damage, but you rolled what would happen.
Still cruel.
Well, to be fair, that's probably one of the better options he had.
Nice.
Yeah, but you, if you're still up, you can keep moving. Although you might want to roll concentration for the invisibility.
Well, I completely wasted my turn.
Hey, Bardic Inspiration. It wasn't a total waste.
And you got out of range.
There you go. Two positives.
And you did use his reaction. Even a very powerful creature only gets one of those. Right.
I'm sure the next edition will have legendary reactions.
I mean, you could just give them a legendary... Actually, yeah, they have had creatures where their legendary action just grants them a reaction. But this guy doesn't. A little peek behind the scenes, I guess. The Vrock... Is the Vrock even alive?
Oh, I killed it.
Get out of here, bro. The Knoll... There are no Knolls, right? You killed them all?
I think they're all dead, too.
Yeah, I think they were fireballed. Commoner's Huddle. Jessa probably pees herself. Oh wait, no, she's right here. She's been she's been using spells, but I've been keeping track.
Doesn't she have that, I see yellow around her. I think she has something that was supposed to damage Yunogo on his turn.
She's got a Spirit Guardians up. So...
Oh, Yunogo didn't have a turn. Never mind.
So because it's all weird.
Yep.
It will power off. So she's concentrating on that. Doesn't mean she can't just pew pew. Her last first level spell slot, and she misses. Oh. She points out a finger and shoots out a guiding bolt, but unfortunately it did not guide itself. And she is smart enough to, although probably not out of reach. I'm sure it's better. Yep. And then Xolkug.
Yep, I'm just going to chill touch. You know,
So that's an attack roll?
yep.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to. That's all I've got then.
He will spend 2 legendary actions to bite everyone within 10 feet, so it'll just be, looks like Unna and Defiant. So a 22 against Unna and a 30 against Defiant.
That misses. Of course, I'm joking.
I don't know, monks are... Maybe you accidentally took the monk triple AC or whatever.
Yes.
11 piercing damage.
I'm sorry?
You take 11 piercing damage. You know who bites you.
Ow!
And then a 22
Oh, wait,
misses.
wait. I have blur on, so he has disadvantage.
Okay, that's still a 30. He rolled a 30 and 32 on the first and second side.
Okay.
Advantage. He has a plus 16.
Wow. That's almost my armor class.
That would hurt.
All right, you also will take 11 piercing damage. Yep, and now it's Ghuanaer's turn.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what debuffs I had in this guy. I see that I had cast Hex and Hexblade's Curse earlier in the match, but I don't remember which target they were.
One of those you can use a bonus action to move, right?
Right.
So you probably have done that before because he's been within range.
The Hex was earlier, so I'm guessing maybe we were finishing off the other big guys. Okay, so I guess I'll start by casting Hex on Yenogu.
Okay. I guess that's pretty hexy.
And
Gotcha.
I pick one ability. Any suggestions from the team on which ability?
Wisdom, please.
Okay, Wisdom it is. All right, so that's my bonus action. So then I'll just go ahead and shoot him with some lasers with my other action. And so just to be clear here, I'm going to get, so the Hexblade's Curse gives me my,
You get proficiency, and then you get a d6 from the hex. Or
I crit on 19 and 20s, and I guess that's the only change to the actual hit, and then I get a bunch of extra damage if I do hit.
okay.
All right, here we go. I like these rolls.
Well, you definitely crit. You don't have any advantage, so it's just the first of each.
Correct.
Yeah, so you hit with all 3.
Excellent.
And of course, you crit on the second.
Yes. Okay, so let's see here. So the hex gives me 1d6 necrotic every time I deal damage. And then the Hexblade's Curse gives me proficiency bonus to damage. And my proficiency is 4. So I get plus 1d6 plus 4 for each beam.
Right.
So I'm just going to roll the 3 and then I'll add those things.
Okay. And for the second one, you'll also get an extra 2d6 because it crit, right? Or an extra d6 for the hex.
Right, so it's going to be 15 plus 8 plus 5 plus 10, and then plus 3d6 plus 12.
46, because you critted.
Yeah. 46 total. It's the same line of reasoning that makes rogues do a bajillion d6 damage on a crit when they sneak attack. All of it
So
get double.
that extra hit, does that, can I get my extra proficiency bonus for that then, due to Hexblade's Curse?
It's not an extra hit, it's just whenever you crit with an attack, you double the dice that are used.
Okay, it says I gain a bonus to damage rolls. Would that, I'm just wondering if I get an extra damage roll or not.
You will get an extra damage. You will deal an extra 1d6 on top of your extra 1d6. So, what's the wording on curse? Can you put it?
It's a bonus to damage rolls. So if I didn't get an extra damage roll, I just got an extra die to my
Yeah.
roll. I don't really know.
Yeah, you just got an extra die on your damage roll. This is just all one big damage roll.
All right, so I think that's what I did.
Yeah. You think that's enough? Jeez.
Well, next round I'll quicken 2 of them.
They all three just kind of like punch him in the chest, and he like physically recoils back maybe like 2 or so feet, and then he looks at you and he snarls,
Uh-oh.
and he does like a hyena laugh.
I'm going to hide behind this priest. All right, that's it for me.
He still has 1 legendary action left, which he's going to use to move his speed, which is 50 feet. Look at that. Unna and Defiant will get opportunity attacks if they would like to use their reactions to do so.
I would.
Sure.
This is still a melee weapon attack, right?
Yep, so it's magic and everything. Right?
20? For
20
seven,
is exactly what you need to hit.
7 slashing, and I'm going to try a stunning strike on him. So he needs to make a DC 16 con save.
Okay. Drum roll. 25.
Woohoo!
Crit 'em.
This isn't a magic weapon, right?
It's silvered.
That silver's not enough with Yinogu. It has to be magical for it to deal damage, so you hit him. You crit him. If there's any magic damage that you're using, like a Holy Smite or something, that would work, but the damage itself isn't going to do anything from the Silver Hammer.
Well, I don't have magic weapon on my weapon, so I guess I don't have anything.
What did you use your magic for?
I put heat metal on him.
No, I mean, Forge Cleric. I believe you get either a magic weapon or a magic armor when there every day. Am I wrong?
You gain resistance to fire damage, and while wearing heavy armor, you gain +1 bonus to AC for Soul Forge.
I could have sworn you also. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Oh, is it the Divine Strike? It's been a while.
I thought every
Yeah.
day you could do something with a. Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, that totally works.
No, there's Blessing of the Forge, which is at first
Blessing of
level.
the Forge, that's what I'm talking about.
Ability to imbue magic onto a weapon or armor. End of every long rest.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, you would probably be putting that in your hammer, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't put it on my AC. My AC is pretty high.
Yeah. So then it is magical. Sorry, you do crit. So smack with your hammer.
Hooray! So I do 13 bludgeoning and 6 fire.
He snarls. It does appear to damage him to fire, not so much, but the blessing of Surtur on your hammer definitely pierces his resistances. And hey, it's your turn now.
But he moved away. And I have short legs.
You have a tentacle.
That's true. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting.
10-foot reach, yeah.
Alright, so I want to move here. And I want to use my heat metal bonus action, which is 2d8 damage.
Yep. So roll the damage. And you put it on his chain so he can't drop it.
Right.
Gotcha.
Aw, man.
Ow.
It hurts me more than it hurts him. And I mean, we're all kind of grouped up. Does it make sense for me to dodge, or should I just attack him?
It's hard to say. How hurt are you?
I have 85 HP left. So I'm down about.
I'd suggest smacking him, but it's up to you.
Alright. I'll pull out Grenhelda again. Give him the what for. Another crit!
Nice.
For 15 bludgeoning. And 12 fire.
He howls again in hyena-like rage and malice. Chaotic evil. Hyena. Laughter.
Oh, and I guess I should be adding +1 because of my damage is increased by 1.
Yeah.
So this would have been 16. Bludgeoning.
Okay. He's bloodied for sure, but hanging on. Defiant.
Move up. 5, 10 feet and smack him. Smack him. Well, javelin him.
Miss.
Nice. Miss. Okay, claw. Miss.
Miss.
Flurry of blows.
Hey,
21.
you hit.
13 slashing. And one more claw.
Hey.
Yeah, 13 damage. And then I'm going to move. Because I've Drunken Master, I can disengage.
Alrighty.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, and that's my turn.
All right. At the start of his turn, Inogu will, after growling and
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
cry-
I'm sorry. On one of those hits, can I retcon that I use the Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah.
That's another 4 damage.
Oofa doofa. Snarling, he turns back to Ghuanaer. He took out a big chunk of his life and he's mad. So he's gonna make 3 flail attacks at you.
Do you still have vulnerability to all damage from the orb?
Yeah.
So he rolls a 23.
Okay, hold on a second. Haha! I'm going to cast Shield.
Oh no.
Now I have a 24 AC.
Alright. So the first one bounces off your shield. He's gonna slap him 2 more times. 29.
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna take 13 bludgeoning damage and an extra 2d12 bludgeoning damage. So another 16. So 29 total damage. And then one more hit with the flail. He will roll 27. So this one will deal 15 bludgeoning damage, and you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm still even alive. I think I am barely alive. What was the trick to subtract numbers from your hit points?
Minus and then the number, and hit enter. Just type that in.
I'm at 1 hit point
Oh, wow.
because of the vulnerability.
And you're not even an orc.
Okay, now wisdom save. Let's see. Would this be a charm, for example?
Let me check.
And I still got 1 attack left, but
He gets 3 flail attacks, and that was the third one. So
oh, was it third?
Yeah, I blocked 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know you blocked 1. I didn't realize the other 2 had both gone off.
it is in.
So I can't be charmed or frightened, just in case it's one of those 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's a frighten. I'm reading it to see if it uses the word charm. I don't think it does. Yeah, I would say it's a charm. You fail.
Oh man.
You are confused, which is not. It doesn't say charmed. It's an enchantment, but it awfully sounds like a charm. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
want to.
Charm is a very specific. That's not a
I
charm.
always use the wording when it's charm.
All right. So you're confused on your turn. You get to roll the d8 of figuring out, or d10 of what you get to do, and you can't take reactions. That's who's
The
attack.
condition? I'm not seeing it in the.
Oh, it's a spell.
Oh, I see.
I have it. I can copy it down. Of course.
I can look it up. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, it's not really that important because also you've done enough damage to him that Zariel will actually shoot down from the sky. You look up and you see a blinding beam of light shining through a crack in the wall from where Yinogu has been rampaging, and a powerful angel who you recognize from the statue streaks down from above, followed by a gold-furred mammoth with feathered wings. The angel slashes her sword across the demon lord's chest and utters a spell, which creates a portal that opens behind him. The mammoth then rams its head into Yinogu, which is sent tumbling backwards into the portal, which quickly closes behind him. Zariel came to steal all of your XP.
And our
okay,
thunder, damn it.
Yeah,
we almost killed a god.
yeah. Honestly, he has like 25 hit points left. But it said on the third turn it happens.
Bummer.
And,
We should have focused him down more.
yeah, so there's no more combat. Zariel and the Hell Riders show up and they just clean up everything.
Not that there's anything left to clean up. I mean, we did a pretty thorough job.
Now, what could we really have boasted about, though? We killed a god in our dreams.
That's true.
I like it.
You do notice one of the Hell Riders is a woman in her 30s with a deep cut on her cheek who gives you a wink, and you're confused before you realize that her voice is the same as the voice that's been emanating from the ghost that sent you into this weird place in the first place. You also recognize Haruman. He was one of the evil guys whose horse you tried to steal. Now you got his nightmare, his bridle that you could use to tame another one.
Nice.
But this is him before he turned evil, and he's all like proud and lawful good asshole. And they're just milling about. If you want to talk to any of these people, you can, but otherwise, I can keep describing how events will happen.
Doesn't sound like talking is going to accomplish anything. It's a dream or flashback or whatever. It's someone's memory, and everything important is set in stone, right?
We could potentially get some useful information.
Like, hey Zariel, you have any weak points I should know about? No reason.
If you were to turn evil, do you have any plans put into place for things you could use to defeat you as a fallback? Because you don't want evil you to do bad stuff, right?
Are you going to actually ask that, or is this out of character comedy?
I'm considering it.
All right.
Now, my character's
meantime,
probably
she's
going to go up and start asking, Zariel, what would cause an archangel to fall? And what sort of process occurs that affects them when they do?
As soon as you speak to her like that, everyone else freezes. Time stops except for you and everyone else in the party. And the golden mammoth, who you recognize as Lulu's true form, and Zariel. She says, "You know who slaughtered those I swore to protect. I could stop him and others like him. I might have to give up all I stand for, but I could stem the tide of chaos and save many lives from the demonic terrors of the abyss. Were you in my place? Would you risk it all to save others?" And then she looks pointedly at you. Xolkug.
Well, I would risk all for my research for the benefit of science. I don't know if I would. Other than that, it's case by case.
She nods and then says thank you, and then turns to Ghuanaer and asks you the same question. Were you in my place? Would you risk it all to save others?
Absolutely not.
She frowns but nods and says thank you and moves on to Unna. Would you risk it all to save others if you were in her place?
Nope. But I would slaughter a hobo.
She frowns again. I don't think she remembers that, but looks at Defiant now. Would you risk it all to save others if you were in my place?
I'm trying to become a good character, so I'm going to say yes.
She smiles and she looks through you, almost like she can see that desire in you. But then she turns to Grethlok at last and asks you, would you risk it all to save others?
Depends what we mean by all. Like, would this affect my ability to go on tour?
She sighs and turns away. Everyone who said no gets a charm of restoration. I'm going to look that up.
Does what I say count as a no?
No, yours counts as a can't or won't answer the question, along with the depends on a case-by-case basis answer. Everyone who just said, fuck you, no, you get a bonus. Everyone who was like, gets no bonus. And Defiant, you also get a bonus for saying yes. It's in the DMG. Essentially, I think it's going to be the people who said they would not stop it get a Charm of Restoration, which is a one-time cast of Lesser Restoration. And those who said yes, so I think that's just you, Defiant, you will get a Charm of Vitality. Let me look that up, too. Charms. All right, Charm of Vitality. You can use an action to give yourself the effect of a Potion of Vitality. Charm of Restoration has 6 charges. You can use 4 charges to cast a Greater Restoration, or 2 charges to cast a Lesser Restoration, and the charm disappears once you've used all 6. None of this is reusable. After she grants those of you those boons, Big Lulu shakes her head, and you all see the vision of Idle Glen fade away from view. And you open your eyes and you're back in the Bleeding Citadel, staring at the dais with the sword of Zariel. Before you also see Lulu and that ghostly warrior with the woman with the scar across her cheek. Lulu says, "I remember everything now. Idleglen was the last straw. We followed Zariel to Avernus, but the evil there proved to be too much for us. Asmodeus appeared and promised Zariel infernal legions to end the blood war, but she had to give the Lord of Nine Hells her fealty. She accepted and became an archdevil, but not before Yael and I took her sword, hoping it could redeem Zariel someday. Maybe today. I gave up my magic and my memories, and Yale gave her life to construct this place to protect the sword. Yale's ghost then says, "You have faced many trials to claim the Sword of Zario. I'm sorry to say, you face one more. As the inscription on the dais says, the hero who becomes one with this blade exists no longer. Which one of you is brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever?"
Be gone forever?
Be
Or
gone
God.
forever.
Oh, okay.
Gone or God?
Gone.
Okay. What
I
kind of
love this item. This item is really cool.
what kind of
He takes
what
it.
kind of blade is
Whoever
it?
claims a blade will be gone forever. What's going? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Whoever pulls the blade, or yeah, which one of you is brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever? The quote on the dais, word for word, is, "The hero who becomes one with this blade exists no longer."
Ooh.
Does my shield have anything to say about this?
Yeah. What do you ask your shield? Your shield seems to recognize it.
I want to test something first. I'm going to take my. Going to cast Tiny Servant on some object. I got to look up the spell to see what the size limit is. I'm going to try to make my Tiny Servant pull it and see what happens.
Can I ask my shield what it thinks about this? But while you look up your spell,
Yeah, your shield says this is indeed Zariel's sword. It's a very powerful artifact. I don't like it. You shouldn't take it. I'm much more powerful, don't you think? Wink. As much as the shield can wink in your head.
What type of blade is it?
It is a long sword.
I could not use it if I tried.
You really want it, like, out of character? I think you want to take it.
One of those weapons that automatically gives you proficiency.
No, but it does a fun thing.
I would like to take it.
And cast Tiny Servant on it and have it try. It'll grow some arms and legs, and I'm gonna have it try to pull the sword.
Let's see. You cannot. The Tiny Servant cannot pull it out. It tries as hard as it can, but it's not budging.
I'll try it.
You pull out the sword.
I did say I would give up my my life to save others. So what the hell?
Yeah. The sword immediately communicates with you. It asks you if you would like to. Do you want to embody bravery and heroism? Is what it asks you.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah. So you can attune to it immediately. The first time you attune to the sword, you are transformed into a heavenly, idealized version of yourself, blessed with otherworldly beauty and a touch of heaven in your heart. Neither magic nor divine intervention can reverse this transformation. You will get a bunch of other bullshit that I will paste to you, and you can describe the rest.
Wait a minute, is Defiant now Ceiling Cat?
So that's the fun part. It's whatever Defiant thinks the best Defiant is now what Defiant is.
Wow, I am Ceiling Cat.
You are lawful good.
Ooh, that's a little bit gooder.
Requirement.
That was a little bit gooder than I wanted to be, but
Not anymore.
yeah.
And if you want to reverse back time now that you know what happens, I think it's okay because it's such an irrevocable change.
No, that's fine. I wanted to become chaotic good, but lawful good I can live with.
All right. You know, I'm just gonna send it over Discord.
Okay.
It made me send it as a text file.
Uh-oh.
One thing, there's a couple of things I can already tell you what happens. He grows wings.
Woohoo!
Whatever kind of wings he wants to have, he can now fly 90 feet per round with these wings. His eyes become luminous pools of silver. He looks very radiant and angelic. And he's got a new personality to go with it.
A new obnoxious personality.
Hell yeah.
Determined by a roll.
Yep, he has to re-roll his personality, his ideals, his bonds, and his flaws.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he gets to roll some properties.
Okay. Personality?
Uh-oh.
Wah, wah.
I treat everyone with respect.
That's boring.
Yeah.
When you try disrespect, it's way cooler.
that was my old bonds. Where do I put my bonds on this sheet?
Safe deposit box.
Description.
Two minor beneficial properties.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll them real quick so I'm not holding things
Yeah.
up.
No worries, I'll give you the thing.
Well, should we just start leveling while you do that?
That's what I've been doing.
66.
Yes,
Well, I
we
missed
should
some of the
level.
conversation.
Yes, after he draws the sword and you guys leave, you'll be level 13. Where's the...
Oh, shit. I don't like that last one.
What is it?
I allow nothing to stand in the way of my crusade to eradicate evil from the multiverse.
Aw.
Yikes.
Not even being party
Ah.
members, apparently. Says nothing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that one.
Sounds like a paladin.
So you have editorial control over your character. If you don't want to do that, it's okay. But if you want to have fun with it and try it,
Immediately attacks all evil members of the party.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Let me re-roll
Adam,
that.
did you see the thing? I should have also sent you the entire magic item.
Yes, I do. Thanks.
Okay. So it's also got some magic properties I'm going to roll for now. So I want to have fun too, damn it.
Go for it.
The first beneficial property you get. Oh, shit, yeah. While attuned to this artifact, you gain a +1 bonus to armor class.
Woohoo!
If I roll the same thing, do I just do it again?
Sounds like a +2 bonus to armor class.
It does not say anything about not being able to have it twice, so yeah, you got +2 to armor class when you're holding the sword, or near attuned to the sword.
Okay. Now, if my traits don't if my traits don't conflict, am I allowed to keep some of the old ones or no?
Yeah, because it says these traits override any conflicting personality trait ideal upon.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, my ideals will change because I was chaotic, but personality traits don't.
So how's everyone's levels going? Anything interesting coming up on level 13?
I get my new level 4 spells. Only one spell slot for it, so not like I'll be casting a lot of them.
Nice.
I got my third meta magic type.
And of course,
So
our
yeah-
proficiency bonus goes up.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
And I probably need to redo all the my spells that erased my bonus for being an alchemist. So annoying. Every healing and acid spell I have has to have add in my +5 bonus, and it erases it every time I level.
Ugh. I guess while everyone's leveling up and putzing about, so once the sword is drawn and you see this transformation happen to Defiant, Yale and Lulu look at everyone and say, "The rest is up to you guys." Well, Yale probably says that, and then she goes goodbye and then fades away. But Lulu looks again and says, "Like, this is I've Lulu's regained all her memories. This is where she wanted you to go. Now it's up to you to figure out what you want to do."
Wow, I wonder if this got updated in the. I know they re-released the Alchemist in the new book they did, so because it's now saying acid, fire, necrotic, or poison damage. I don't remember it being all of those. I didn't think fire and necrotic were part of it.
Maybe they errated it.
Yep, it could have been.
Do they do errata to new products and old products? Like,
I will take it. Means I've got more spells to update, though.
so at this point in the adventure, it kind of just says you guys have to do whatever you want to do. There's no like, as the last part was kind of do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. Now it's kind of like you've got the Sword of Zariel, you've got the things you need to do a lot of things, so you can choose to deal with the rest of the situations as much as you want. And then after you do that, then the adventure is over. So you can save Elturel, you can give up Elturel, you can try and redeem Zariel, you can kill Zariel, you can fuck with Tiamat. I keep forgetting you guys have the Orb of Dragonkind.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how we want to use that.
I'd like to buy some spell components if we can spare the time.
I guess this is the part in the open world video game version of this where you would do everything you'd want to do before the final battle and like make the big choice. And you've got your infernal war machine to go around, so there's no immediate danger now. Actually, when Defiant pulled the blade out, the citadel and the scab shone in this very bright light, and like the scab dissipated in light, and everything evil vanished.
Oh, nice.
Including that demigod or whatever that was buried here?
You don't see him around. You don't see his corpse, though.
So did we get a long rest from that level up? Because Roll20 thinks we did, but
You definitely... There's no time rush, so if you want to take a long rest immediately after claiming the sword, you can totally do that.
I would
It's
like
very
to.
odd that they literally, like, you have an hour to enjoy level 12 in-game before you get to level 13. Also, Defiant looks a lot prettier.
Not my type.
I probably look as pretty as you do.
Not into furries.
Might be even prettier than him. Her.
I
Sorry. To the right person. That's the important part.
Yep.
gonna be on the front cover of Cat Fancy magazine next month.
For some reason, my hit points won't go up.
Are you doing the on the?
I'm doing it on
What's it
D&D
called?
Beyond. Yeah.
I can't help you there. While you guys do that, I'm gonna grab another beverage. Be right back.
Yeah, I think I can rival our cleric in armor now. But I've enhanced my shield too. 23 armor class.
Nice.
Alrighty.
I'm also going to change. I'm taking my staff. I'm changing what I had for the choice of spells. There's no, your spear isn't going to be blur powered anymore. I'm giving my staff Melsat's arrow. Actually, no. I'm going to stick with healing. Yeah, I'll give it the. Which shield do I want? Cure wounds, I believe.
I can now speak every language
So fucking weird.
Nice.
and understand every language. Tongue of the sun and moons. Sun and moon.
Oh, that's a monk thing, not a sword thing.
That's a monk thing, yeah.
Because the sword lets him do celestial, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish this sword was on D&D Beyond, but it's not.
You have to own the Sword of Zariel adventure there, baby. Or the
I probably need that.
And I have someone I can speak giant with.
Yes.
Yeah, my languages I knew have been absolutely no help this campaign, giant and goblin. I wanted to pick languages that would make sense for me to know rather than ones that would be useful.
So what are you guys' thoughts about what you want to do?
I think
got
we
the
want to
Sword
get
of Zariel.
I think we want to get Elturel back out of hell.
Sounds good.
Well, what Defiant wants to do now is not necessarily what the rest of us want to do, right?
That is true. But that is what Defiant would like to do.
Yeah, I don't really care how we do it, but that's what we're here for. Might as well finish the job.
I'm also going to be pestering Defiant a bit. So this transformation, I was hoping you could give me some samples, a bit of blood, some fur, some stuff I could look over, maybe examine the sword a bit. I'm very curious as to how it affected you.
Yeah, I can do this.
By the way, what do your wings look like?
I guess they would have to be angelic. Feathered.
I was hoping
Oh,
for
it
a
says
cat.
feathered.
Oh, I was hoping for a cat version of a flying squirrel.
That would have been funny. It actually says feathered wings. You sprout a beautiful pair of feathered wings that grant you fly speed.
As if the monk couldn't go fast enough with feline. Oh my god!
Feline agility plus flying.
He can move 360 feet around. If you dash with your feline agility and fly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's 60 feet per second.
Sounds like we should fashion a saddle.
That's 41 miles goddamn hour.
Does Defiant still have to make rolls to avoid turning evil?
No, because it's actually so. Somehow, the Sword of Zariel is so powerful that this transformation is not even capable of wishes, as far as I can see.
I'm also, because I'm curious, I'm going to try touching the sword with my tentacles.
Your alignment is
Right now, neutral.
yeah. I don't think it's too. It's not going to react at all to your tentacles. Although you do sense some relief, happiness, pleasure, pleased. Feels pleased. Also, you want to know the weird part?
Sure.
The traits a bunch of the traits that Defiant got from attuning to the sword as far as I can tell, they will say if he ever unattunes the sword, or if someone else attunes the sword.
That's weird.
That is weird.
So theoretically, you all could just pass around the sword and become a bunch of lawful good do-gooders. Because the only people who are allowed to attune to the sword are the people who survived the Isleblood encounter. Because the game kind of expects one of two of you to die. And Ghuanaer just squeaked across.
Oh, it's okay. I had Death Ward on.
Never mind. I just like the idea of a lawful good Ghuanaer.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Like, I feel like you try and grab the sword and you would just like split into two people.
Yeah, probably. One drow,
I
one
need to
human.
dominate mine, Ghuanaer, and make her attuned to the sword.
Sorry, I'm immune to charm. If it weren't for this pesky vulnerability to all damage, I'd be doing okay.
Where did that come from again?
It's one of my random Dragon Orb attunement negatives.
All right.
I got like a couple bullshit positives and a real kick in the nads negative.
I mean, you also have the Orb of Dragon kind.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with it though. I'm afraid
Did I
of
say-
summoning a legion of evil dragons.
Hey, do you have the notes for it, like the details?
Yeah, like I have the charges and stuff, and you know it's pretty good. But
Okay. As long as you know what it can do, I don't want to make you use it, but
yeah, I mean the real power is the call dragons thing, and I'm just not sure when to use that.
I mean, it's sort of seems like sort of the thing you bring back to the prime material plane and sell for like 1 million gold.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds good.
yeah, but you can use it here now and just let the charges come back.
Well, the charges, I mean, yeah, I can call dragons once per hour. It's just a matter of dealing with the horde of pissed off evil dragons.
But aren't we in a dream right now? So it wouldn't really matter.
No, you're all woken up. You're in hell again.
Oh, okay.
Yay, we're in hell again.
It's cool. You're not in the burning idyllic village.
I figured out why I couldn't get the Sword of Zariel. It's because I wasn't proficient in it. I had it filtered. I have it filtered.
So you can still use it as a weapon without. You just don't get your proficiency bonus, and you can't do all of the monk stuff with it.
Right.
But you do get the bonuses just for having it. So in that case, it's not the worst.
Yep.
Break it in half. It's now a short sword.
Just cast enlarge reduce on it. Make it small.
There you go.
Or
like it.
Unna can reforge it.
I'm sure it would love being reforged by Unna.
Only one way to
Yeah.
find out.
Oh, and it's also strength based. I get +1 with it. +1 to hit, that is. That's it. Instead of +10.
To be fair, a lot of the cool stuff the sword does. Oh no, it shines light that demons don't like. It does extra damage. It made him super cool.
Oh, and it increased my armor. I have to add that in there.
Yeah, that's probably the best part about the sword at this point, for you at least.
Yeah.
Armor went from
I
crap
have
to slightly better crap.
resistance against necrotic and radiant damage.
So that's actually under the traits, though. So now that's the weird part. Like everything from angelic language to holy light is a trait you get forever now.
Oh,
Nothing
wow.
can take away your charisma, your resistance. It's just who you are. You've become angelic. So like if you just if you lost the sword now, if you were like just to break it over your knee, like fuck it. Not
Yeah.
that you could do that, but someone could.
Zariel can. I'm reading it right now.
If she did that, you would still have all of the abilities above in that section of the document. Which is, I guess, why it's so powerful. Because other than that, it's like a. I don't think it's even a +1.
No bonuses.
Yeah, it's not even a +1 sword.
It's not even
All
a
right.
+1 sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we needed this Zariel's sword to cut the chains that bound Elturel to Avernus. Is that right?
That is my recollection.
And what was the rods for, though? Wasn't that to get
That was
the...
the rods were just some bullshit that Bell sent us on.
Right, but I think we needed to use them for the planetar that's above Elturel.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
well, I
something
guess.
with those
Oh, right. I
rods.
guess you care about the planetar now.
No, I was thinking that it had to do with breaking the chains.
I think the
Am I wrong?
planetar and the chains are separate.
Let's look at our Elturel picture. I think I have got one of those we can look at. Oh, wait, I archived it. Damn it. Alright, where is it? There it goes. So an Elturel. So there's like this. If I could show you this picture, it'd probably make more sense. Oh yeah, I can. Cool. You all see that picture?
Yep.
That's Elturel. The planetar is that dark ass thing at the top, shining that weird ass light. It's also shooting lightning and being generically evil. Orb of doom in the sky. And then the chains are what's holding it to the ground.
Sorry, it meaning Elturel?
Yes, Elturel being the floating city, it's being held to the. It's like connected to the actual ground in Avernus by these chains.
Right, so the chains and the planetar aren't directly connected, right?
Right. So to save Elturel, you have to break the chains that keep it here, and then return it to the material plane. It's like 2 subtasks. The planetar might help with one or both or neither of those things.
Okay, so I guess we'll try to cut the chains, and if we can't, we'll see if the planetar can help. Is that what we want to do?
Well, yeah, we can probably do that, but how are we going to return the whole freaking Elturel back to the material plane?
Well, I guess we could try to figure out who brought it here in the first place exactly.
That was like the contract.
Right, but
brought
how
it here,
exactly
right?
did the contract work? I guess we need to figure out if we want to do the opposite.
I don't remember the
You
details.
guys remember
of contract.
the text of the contract is, as I just sent in the chat. I'm sure you guys could put your heads together and either had that written down or something. You're smart people.
Oh no. The companion was the planetar, right?
Yes.
So as long as the light of the planetar, let me see.
We just need to cast a big darkness spell over Elturel, and then the light reaches it.
What we need is just a
So,
really big
sword.
parasol.
Yep.
Lulu will probably be popping up around you while you're discussing, like, you could just try and make Zariel good again. Yeah, the sword. Bet you, if you showed her the
Yeah,
sword.
I also want to confront Zariel.
But why? That seems just tangential to our task.
Because it would make a really awesome song, that's why.
You do have a song about how great she is, don't you?
Yeah, that's the first song of the album. I need a finisher. Remix.
So here's another idea. We could cut the chains and somehow push Elturel away from the companion.
We do have a Titan, don't we? That owes us a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could just summon a bunch of dragons and, hook them up to, a harness or something and have them pull it.
Also true. Yep.
Banish the planetar back to its plane.
Well, if we could banish it to its plane, we could probably move an island. I don't know if we're all any of us are that good.
Also, after thinking for a sec, Lulu will pop up and say, also, I'm sure if we try and do something to Elturel, Zariel will come to stop us. So whether you want to or not, you're probably going to have to fight her.
That's true. And if it's fight her or convince her to let the thing go. Who's her enemy? Is it Baal?
Bell.
Bell.
He was the one who gave you the adamantine rods, which you, I think, figured out what they do to unlock the planetar.
Yes.
Well, should we just start with the planetar then? Sounds like we might get some assistance. If we already have the rods, I forgot about that.
I think that works.
Yeah, you found all of the rods in the Zariel's abandoned flying fortress.
And how do we get there, though? It's
Well,
way
you can
above us,
fly.
right? Oh, I can. That's
We
true.
lasso you.
I forgot I can fly.
At 40 miles an hour.
I can fly too, but I can give some other people really, really slow fly speed, but it might take them a while to get up. You can tow them with a rope or something.
All right. Any objections to going to the planetar?
I want to stop at the Wandering Emporium first.
I told you to go before we left.
I did. I have to go again.
It's spell components, Mom!
Don't make me turn this campaign around.
Hey, you shouldn't have bought me new spell slots.
If you want to go to there, you're going to have to roll the 2d4, I think, to find your way there.
I'm going to try another hit of Icar when we're driving too. Where is that table roll again? It's a D100, right?
Yeah, let me look it up. Give me your experimental craziness.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys in a futuristic world that's addicted to body modification.
Yeah, except it's like magical modification. me look it up.
I might have shared it. So I might have it.
If you roll a D100, I've got the page open. I can tell you what you do.
Yep, here it is. I see it. I'll roll it. Target with some thin and skeletal, having its weight.
That's an odd-looking orc at this point.
If you could make the stuff a bit less chaotic, you could sell it as a diet pill.
I'm sure that Xolkug would write Grethlok would write a advertising jingle for you.
It's Icarlicious.
So if you're going to travel to the Wandering Emporium, you have to roll 2d8. And it'll take a day of travel, which is 1/3 of a soul coin. But otherwise, you'll probably make it.
All right, I think we have a good amount of soul coins. I have 6. If possible, I'd like to abstract away a lot of that nonsense, 'cause that takes a long time.
Yeah, it's just, if you want to just make the roll, you make it. Otherwise, there might be an encounter with the rival gang or something. But
Unna's
it
doing
might
the
just be
rolling, right?
another
Since she's driving.
yeah, whoever's overseeing navigation.
Before I try one more, someone does have a remove curse spell prepared, right?
Nope.
I have Greater Restoration.
I have resurrection, worst case scenario.
I have a shovel.
That roll, that 2d8 roll, will definitely get you to the Wandering Emporium just fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if anyone else wants to try it too. You can always get rid of this. Come on, guys. It's great experimentation for science. Do it. Take a hit with me. Do it.
I'll do it.
They warned about me.
Cheers.
People. They warned me about people like you in school.
That's right. Just say no, man.
It
Say
worked
no to
so well the first time.
Yeah. Bottoms up then. My head doubles in size. Skeletally thin with the double.
It's like a bobblehead, dude.
and the tentacle arms. Don't forget those.
Your ears become wings, giving you a fly speed of 5. I have another person who can fly.
Hey!
Yeah, but they're shitty wings, though. They're just like little stubs.
I'm short. It looks good on me.
You're like I don't even know. You're like a weird flying tentacle monster.
Defiant and
nightmare.
Unna flying into battle together.
I'm much slower. I'm like tagging along like a mile behind.
Not a hover speed though, right? So you can just you could fly straight up at 5 feet per round forever.
Can I just grab Defiant's tail?
You could do that.
Probably slow him down a little bit, but it would just make him only go 180 feet per round. Only 20 miles an hour.
Don't forget my monk speed. I have plus
Does
20.
that add it? Holy shit.
I don't think it says walk speed. I think it's just speed.
Yeah, we can look it up.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
I mean, to be fair, you can all just try and summon dragons.
That's true.
Yeah, but they're gonna be grumpy dragons.
But Or they can be cryptid dragons willing to make a deal.
Just says your speed increases by 10 feet while not wearing armor or wielding a shield.
Yeah.
And then it goes up at 13th level, I'm plus 20. So I'm pretty fast. So that would be 110, 220, and then I can double it for feline agility. So 440 feet per round for the first round.
So that means I have to redo my math. So that's 50 goddamn miles an hour.
Woohoo! I can almost go on the highway.
So you arrive at the Wandering Emporium. You can look out. You see the tents you remember, the diverse array of people. You do look around though. You notice like people just start look weird. You kind of reflect back on when you arrived in El Terrell and what you guys look like. And then you look around and you see Angel Cat, Ear Wings, Tentacle Dwarf, and Skeletal Bobblehead Orc.
And then a normal person.
And Ghuanaer.
Bobblehead orc, black eyes and tentacle arms.
All sorts of weirdness. But you've also gained a lot of power. Don't forget that. So what do you want to do in the Emporium? Just get a bunch of shit? Any sort of... Do you want to just zoom past it, get the spell components, go somewhere else? Or do you want to actually like talk to what's his name? Or have a spot? I don't know.
Alright, well,
I
I'm
vote
going
too.
to the magic shop to grab some spell components.
Yeah, that's simple enough. If you want to just skip past that.
Okay, I buy 15 gold pieces worth of spell components.
Can you just like buy a whole bunch of extra?
Good.
I mean, they're not consumed when I cast the spells.
Oh, okay.
One of those where it's like you need a specific item, but you only need it once, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Any other supplies you want to stock up on before you go do the thing? This is an excellent place to take care of it.
I would like a short bow
Hey, Defiant.
and some
You
arrows.
want to go rob some guys while I'm gambling again?
You should get any regular weapons at twice cost from the. There's a pair of infernal. What's it call it? What are they called? Salamanders. Of course.
Ooh.
But yeah, they have all. They can make you any sort of weapons or armor you want, regular kinds, but it's twice cost.
Okay.
Spell
I think.
components.
Does anyone have a player's handbook handy? Because we don't have prices in anything.
Yeah, I've got mine in front of me.
Short bow, I'm not sure if it's 15 or 30 gold, somewhere in there.
I thought you guys are rich.
No, we haven't been getting any money.
Oh right, you've all been getting soul coins.
Short bow
actually-
is 25.
25? So 50 for... Okay.
I believe
Yep.
you can also change out coins for money or something.
Been
Weird,
been wanting to hold off on that, but I figure soul coins are probably worth more in the material plane.
I don't have any soul coins. I keep giving mine away because I can't hold them.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, especially now. Oof. Other services you can get here, just to go over quickly. There's courier if you want to send a message to anyone in the material plane. There's the Dragon Barber, who you immediately forget about. You can buy some demon ichor or sell demon ichor. You can buy larva if you want. Otherwise, you can tell me your next destination.
And how much are arrows? Something per 20
It's like silver for 10 or something, I think.
or per 10? Okay. Cool.
Because I bought all the stuff on Roll20.
Arrows are 1 gold for 20 arrows.
1 gold for 20. So it'll be 2 gold here. Woo.
Yeah. Also, if you wanted to repair your Infernal War Machine or upgrade it, you can take care of that here. So you went to the Emporium, you've got your stiff. What's next on the to-do list?
Maybe to go talk to the Titan?
You do remember the last thing he did after you restored him by breaking the curse? He left. He left with giving Unna, I believe, a way to contact him, but you don't need to go anywhere to talk to him.
Do we think we need this Titan's help to get to the Planetar and use the rods? I mean, I don't really know what we do with the rods.
Well, in case we want to go to the plan of trying to literally push the city away from the Planetar.
Well, we could go break the chains and then see what happens.
I mean, do we have anywhere to go besides Elturel?
I mean, you could talk to Belle, talk to
Maggie.
what's her name? Yeah, Maggie. You can talk to Arcad or Tiamat if they'll let you. If they haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if they did. You can try and find Zariel. You know, she's flying around in a demonic flying fortress. If you wanted to fight her before trying to save Elturel. Those are my I guess my thoughts of the options you guys have, but if you have any more.
If we had a flying fortress, we could go to the Planetar. Wait a minute. Can we make our thing fly? You said we could upgrade our
Huh. Maybe look it up. Because I don't think they would be able to do it without some extra parts, but what makes a flying fortress fly? It's a particular thing, I believe. I think it was on the strict flying fortress.
I still say we just give everyone at least some basic 5 flight speed, which only 2 people won't have, and then get some ropes on them, and Defiant and I can drag them up there.
Yeah, I've got a way to fly as well.
I fly on wings of song.
nice.
I took telekinesis, so I can just think myself.
Telekinetically push the ground away from you?
Yep.
I like it.
Logic is unassailable.
I was just thinking it'd be cool if we could make the demon grinder fly.
Let me look up the doohickey.
I can lift up to 1,000 pounds into the air, so I'm sure it's more than that. But if we had a small platform, we could all stand on it. I could telekinesis it up.
Anybody got Tensor's floating disc?
Xolkug, do you want to make an intelligence check? Just a straight roll.
Sure.
You remember seeing in the broken flying fortress that you plundered to get the adamantine rods, there was this black bell that made this clunk sound, and you recognize it as what actually lifted the flying fortress in the air. So you could maybe look at that to try and figure out how to make the infernal war machine fly.
Yeah, if you want to go investigate science for the sake of science, I'm not going to complain about that. Let's go figure out how that flying fortress worked. That sounds like a great plan to me.
I like
Here's
it.
about saving Elturel.
Well, it's on our way to saving it. In my thoughts, anyway.
Yeah, that's secondary. More interesting.
That's why we do the demon grinder first. Do we like
If
this
we're still
idea?
if we're still in that
Fine by me.
place, I'm going to ask if they have any books or other resources for sale that might show how to get a flying fortress working that might be useful in my investigation.
All right, so are you talking to the salamanders who work the forge? There's also a crazy person who's deep into the ichor like you could talk to.
I'm just going to ask around, see if I can find anyone who has anything useful.
I guess that would be like a investigation check to like ask around. It would be a streetwise if this was like fourth, I guess, or 3.5, whatever that was. Yeah, you definitely talk to the salamanders, and you get into like the nitty gritty about it. So you go back and forth about like the enchantments that it would need, the material components for those enchantments, and they think they can get you an upgrade if you could bring back the broken part of the flying fortress, plus some. What else would you need? Probably like a lot of demon ichor, I guess. Just a lot of demon ichor.
You've got quite a bit of it in those crates.
Yeah. Did you take any of those with you, or do you just know that they're there?
I have one demon ichor flask.
I don't think I wrote down how many we had. We had those crates. I remember we had lots.
It was quite a lot of it.
Yeah, there are lots at the place. I just don't remember if you grabbed them. And
We definitely grabbed them. I just don't remember how many there were.
yeah, there is a lot. Let me look it up real quick, but that would be enough. Which would make sense because they were, found on the thing. Just going back through this book. So in the wrecked flying fortress, there were 40 flasks of demon ichor, minus the ones you drank, which I think you've been keeping track. But I think you would need to get it going probably 50 total Demonaker. So you need to buy some more or find some more.
All right, well, just buying it shouldn't be a problem, right? We got plenty of coins.
What's his name? One of the other crazy guys. You remember thinking it was weird at first, but well, maybe like Ghuanaer thought he was weird at first, but he's a very weird-looking guy who sells Demonaker at the Wandering Emporium. Let me look his name up real quick. Eliach.
Yeah, we can do that if we succeed in getting the disc. We'll come back and see about buying some ichor.
The things about Eliach that you remember are that being weird, just as a preview, his arms are tentacles and his ears had wings, but they flew away. Hint, hint. But he will sell you Demonaker for 100 gold pieces of flask.
And what's the exchange rate of gold for soul coins?
Let me see if I can find it. He will give. You can get 100 gold points from the courier for each soul coin.
Okay, so we need 10 soul coins.
So how many do you guys have total?
I've got 6.
6 here as well.
I have it written down. I just have one.
So then you
I
could
have-
pay for it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I have 11.
Where'd you get all these soul coins from?
Because I drive the car.
Yeah, but like, where'd they get them from then?
We don't ask these questions.
Illicit means.
All right, you've been robbing people every time you come here. I forgot.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, so if you give them the soul
Find they don't
coins
wanna
to
help
get
me
the
anymore.
Demonaker, you can get the Demonaker to create a new part for your Infernal War Machine, your Demon Grinder, that would allow it to gain a fly speed for a limited amount of time at the cost of maybe extra soul charge. Probably makes sense. And then once that's done, you want to use that to go to the Planetar above Elturel and start doing that. Is that the plan?
Or were we going to Zariel's fortress?
I don't see that would be a good idea.
I think I'm thinking when we try to get rid of the Planetar, when we try to free the Planetar, she's probably going to show up.
Probably.
Right, but we might be able to get the Planetar on our side.
True.
Versus the only thing we have would be the element of surprise if we attack Zariel's fortress.
Yeah.
She's going to have a whole bunch of minions.
Yes, I think it's better to go straight for the Planetar.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
After this investigation of the Flying Fortress.
I'm not convinced we need to pour all these resources into our vehicle since we can just fly up there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Out of character, in character, you guys have already talked me into this fortress. Shouldn't
Okay.
have brought it up.
I mean, I kind of just want you guys to get a flying car.
It does sound cool.
I do as well.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Gotta bring this thing back home with us.
I mean, honestly, yeah, you roll
Just
your
landed on it.
2D. You roll your 2d8 to see if you get to the flying fortress. You roll your 2d8 to see if you get back. Take some time, wave it away. You spend the resources, you get your stuff. Like, I don't see any reason to make it take too much more effort.
Oh, how long is the trip to the Flying Fortress?
All trips are a day in Avernus.
Okay, so do we stop to rest at any point between then and now?
I've been assuming that every time you take the car out for a spin, you take a rest along the way. It's
All
kind of
right.
like living quarters and stuff.
Okay, so I should point out that the next time we rest, I cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent.
Oh, hell yeah.
So when we stop to rest, I cast the spell, I go in the door, I shut it behind me, and I make it disappear for 8 hours. Then 8 hours later, I come out and see how the rest of you are doing.
Yeah, but the
Nice.
entrance to the portal is like where we were at the time you cast it, and we're
Yeah, but you
miles
can't
away.
get in.
I mean, the car is still driving.
Oh,
while
that's
you're-
why I asked if we stop to rest.
Oh no, we're not stopping. We're napping along the way.
Yeah, we've
Oh, yeah,
never
that's what I meant.
stopped driving while we were sleeping.
It's like the heavy metal road trip, I guess. Instead of music blasting, it's whatever sounds the soul
Oh, we have?
making as its soul is turned into fuel.
We did set up speakers on this thing
Yeah.
and music.
Well, that was when it was hooked up directly to Grethlok's guitar, right?
Yes, that's what it was.
So if he's not there, you don't got music.
That's true.
Oh, imagine.
I'll start howling. I'll start my cat howls in it.
The sword feels excited, like it's glad to be out.
Nice.
It's okay. I recorded Grethlok's last performance on cassette.
Ooh.
Oh, perfect. The best medium for heavy metal.
Yeah.
Now that my charisma's up, I got a pretty good performance here. Some cat howling.
So I know it's a little bit early, but I think this is a good stopping point. Are you guys good for next week?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. And also, I know you mentioned.
Next week is Super Bowl.
No, that's 2 weeks.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is 2 weeks. You're right. Then yeah, we should be good.
Okay. Additionally, just so everyone's aware, out of character, like we're getting to the end of the campaign. Once you guys do whatever you want to do with Zariel, that's kind of like it. So then, if you want to talk about starting a new campaign with new characters, taking these characters somewhere else, I would like to take a break from GMing after this, but
Yeah.
don't want to force anyone else to do it if they're not ready or not feeling up for it.
If someone else is really eager to do it, that's fine. But I've also been thinking potential campaigns I could do, so I'm ready to run one if no one else is really eager to do it.
And I'm
I don't wanna
still
step on
100%
guys'
fine with what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. I was in a band with him.
Ernie.
Ernie. Yeah, Ernie's cool. I'm the worst.
We all cool with Ernie joining?
Yeah, I have no issues with it.
Fine by me.
Cool. I'll let him know.
Yeah, but just that's on the horizon. The end of this campaign is within the next, if not next session, within the next like month's worth of sessions probably. Depends on how long the campaign goes combat wise. But like last chapter.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll see you guys next week.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye guys.
But